Hello. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the hotel bathroom. We are kicking off the Lanmas holiday looks by having a little date night. Holiday inspired. Get ready with me. Dan and I are spending the night on the town. We're having a proper date night. We're going out for dinner. It's all very exciting. I wanted to dress up with the holidays in mind, do a lovely little red lip, and just feel spicy and fabulous, and wanted to get ready with you today. So I'm in the robe. I've already curled my hair, and let us turn this face into something slightly less terrifying. I'm still on the remnant days of my laser treatment, and all of my skin is currently peeling away. We need some ultra hydration here today, my friends, and maybe like a really nice smoked out wing just to complement the red lip. I feel like those things really complement each other. So my friends, let us get glam. I gotta clip my hair out of my face. This is always the least attractive moment that we have in a video, but it's necessary, it has to happen. So like I said, my skin is literally peeling off of my skin. I just needed to go heavy hitting, and I'm just gonna slap a big giant layer of Welletta skin food on and pray that it keeps the peeling at bay. So I'm just gonna put this all over. Make sure we've got a nice thick layer everywhere. There we go, looking much more juicy. I was just like rubbing up my cheeks like, chisel me. Next, I'm gonna take my Dior Backstage foundation. I'm primarily using the shade 2N, but I wanted to add a little bit of 2W in there just because 2N's a little bit pink. So I just wanted to add a little bit of warmth, a little bit more of the yellowy side onto my skin. And I'm just gonna rub that in with my fingers and then go around and make sure it's all blended out with the Beauty Blender. But just doing the main layer here with my fingers, it's gonna blend in so nicely with the Welletta Skin Food. You have a really nice natural finish, and then if we want to add more coverage, we can always build it up with another layer and the Beauty Blender. And this one's a little bit warmer than my natural skin tone. It's gonna give me a nice, healthy glow, which I am needing right now, and I'm definitely going to utilize like building up the coverage just to help with the whole peeling situation that we've got going on right now. So now I'm just taking my Beauty Blender and I'm just gonna go in and first of all take that down the neck. I always find it so much easier to apply the products onto the neck with a Beauty Blender. I find it so much easier to blend out. I don't know why. And then also to apply that second layer onto the skin. It's just easier to kind of like bounce it on with the Beauty Blender instead of with your fingers, because if you like rub on a second layer with your fingers, then you're moving the product that's already there, you know? So that is the foundation applied. We've got a really nice glowing natural looking base. I definitely want to amp up the coverage. I packed my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, which has super coverage, and I'm going to use this to do my normal like concealing and highlighting, just really getting in on the dark circles and dark spots on my eyes. I'm actually going to focus specifically some of this on my eyelids too to use for our eyeshadow, and then I'm going to place like quite a bit of this honestly on these like big peeling patches on my face where my lovely little laser treatment is lifting the pigmentation in my cheeks. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more coverage than I normally would on those areas, on my forehead as well. It is so bizarre to see all of my freckles freckling away. It's so funny. And then I've got a lovely little patch of zits right there that we're just gonna hit. So essentially everywhere on my face. And then take the beauty sponge and blend this all in. Guys and gals, we've got our full coverage. We are covered. Now that we've made our entire face one shade, let us bring some dimension back. I'm taking my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette, and I'm gonna take the contour shade and chisel out those cheeks and bring some warmth and dimension back to the skin. As I'm blending my contour in with the brush, I always like to flip between my beauty sponge and the brush and just make sure that I am making those lines as non-existent as possible between the line of the contour and the rest of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and set this all in using my Benefit setting spray. Okay, then I'm gonna take my powder, this lovely little L'Oreal. It's a foundation powder, okay? I'm going to take that and set in the spots that we need to, aka the center of the face, under the eyes, and on the lids, and making sure that it doesn't budge and doesn't move anywhere, especially because we did full coverage. I put so much concealer on. I really want to make sure that that is set in and not going anywhere. And onto the eyelids as well. We'll keep the powder out and handy just in case we need to add more eventually. But for now, I'm going to do the brows, taking my Dior Show Brow Styler. I'm going to fill in the brows, do a nice quick little cleanup of these, add some of the hairs back in, as a lot of the concealer got into the brows as well. Let's bring the brows back and give them some life. Let's hit the brows with some brow gel. I've got my Benefit 24-hour brow gel here. So let's go ahead and get started with the eyes. I'm actually gonna do a quick little base with my Benefit Hoola Glow bronzer. You guys know how much I love to put a good old layer of this on, and I'm probably gonna put a layer of this on my face later as well. So I just wanna start with this, do a nice healthy layer of it in the crease, and then we can just like fuse it into the face later, especially because I want to just do a nice little smoky wing today. I want to have something like really neutral and light in the crease, just to give a little bit of life there. All right, now we've got our base. I'm gonna do the eyeliner. This is the Dior Sparkling Brown Liner. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the shade of the liner here. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's almost like a deep purple, which I think is gonna complement the deep purple shades in here so beautifully later on when we get into the palette. So I'm gonna take the liner, I'm gonna grab my little flat shader brush here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start creating the shape of the wing. So very much like when we did the green makeup look, I kind of just wanna have like one big line that we are fusing together. So I'm starting it on both my lower and my upper lash line, and that's gonna help me like create the shape of the wing very easily. And then it's always something where you can just use an eyeliner and that's it, you can be done. But I'm definitely gonna like build up the color and the dimension with a few of the shades from the palette as we go along. But I'm just starting with the eyeliner as a base. This is beautifully creamy. It's really, really nice and creamy. And just taking that flat shader brush, and I'm just gonna softly blend it in and get a little bit more smoky. And again, just kind of doing that on the upper and the lower lash line and winging it out. And that just helps us create the shape that we want to follow. Okay, so the liner is applied, it's smoked out. Let's dip into the palette. I actually want to start with this beautiful, like kind of burgundy shade here. I'm going to take this on a softer, fluffy brush, and I'm going to flip between these two. I basically want to smoke out the line a little bit more, add a fun little pop of color with the red, then we're going to deepen it with this like really nice deep purple that I think goes really nicely with the liner, and just go between the two until it's all blended out and as soft as we want it to be. So I've got this lighter, little fluffier brush, and I'm basically just going to go on top of the liner and a little bit higher and just like blend that in and add that beautiful warm kind of purpley shade in there. I'm just going all the way out to the line, just like really softly blending on top of the liner. Okay, we're gonna keep this brush on hand and blend as we go, but then I'm gonna take the flat shader brush, dip that into the deeper shade, and we're gonna press this right onto the lash line and just barely out following the wing. Just continuing to build up the depth there on the liner. And we're also going to take that all the way in to the inner corner, following the line of our lash line. And I'm actually really happy with the depth that I got from that first layer. I thought I'd want to go back and forth, but I'm just going to take this lighter, fluffier brush that we had the more burgundy shade on, just lightly touch it over the top to make sure that's all blended, and it actually blended out so well. I'm happy with how the wing looks already. I don't even feel the need to touch it anymore. But I do want to take a little bit of that deeper shade here and just add that to the lower lash line as well. And just make sure that that liner that we placed on the lower lash line is nicely smoked out. Okay, then for the gold, I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush with this beautiful gold shade. Gold shade. And we're gonna put that all over the lid. Oh yes, look at that shimmer. Look at the shimmer. Is this an appropriate time to beg Dior to bring back Meteor forever? Okay, and then I'm gonna dip my finger into this center, very, very goldy gold, and just pop that right in the middle. Then let's hit the eyes with the mascara. I'm gonna start with the Maximizer Primer, then use the iconic Overcurl Mascara. I don't normally use mascara primers, honestly. But the two of these together were so beautiful. I'm not applying any fake lashes today, so I definitely wanna go heavy-handed with the mascara. So I'm going to apply oodles and oodles of coats until I'm happy with the volume. I just applied some of the Victoria Beckham Beauty Cocoa eyeliner into the waterline. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it, but I did want to add a little bit of something something. I felt like the liner and the waterline was really necessary to complete the smoke in this smoky eye. So that's it for the eyes. We've got a lovely little, like it's not light, but it's a very, very soft smoked wing. I'm absolutely obsessed. Let's go ahead and finish up the face. I'm gonna take a light dusting of the Benefit Hoola Glow Bronzer. And just add that to warm up the face, give it a little bit of an extra glow. Dust it across the nose. I'm going to use the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer. This one's in the shade 01 Nude Glow. It's like a true luminous glow. It's got no big chunky bits in it. It just really highlights and makes your skin look wet in the most natural way. I'm obsessed. So just hit that on the high points of my face, high points of my cheeks, along the nose. And then I also want to put a little touch of that in the inner corners as well. Maybe on the brow bone too, what the heck. To finish off the face, I pulled out an old classique MAC Warm Soul. This is one of my favorite blushes to use when I am wearing a red lip. I just feel like the warmth in this blush, the tone of it, the color, the mix of peachy pink and bronze, I feel like it just complements a red lip so much. I love to pull it out during the holidays and the winter season. When I am wearing red lips, this is one of my favorite blushes ever to wear, and it is the old school one. It's the original old MAC Warm Soul packaging. I do feel as though the blush that is sold today, named Warm Soul, is not the same as the old one. So for that, I do apologize, but it's one of my favorites to pull out during the holiday season. Then for the lips, I'm gonna take the Dior Jungle Brown lip liner. I don't really need this lip liner when I'm applying the red lip, but I feel like it just helps me to shape my lips when I'm applying a bold color. So I just like to start with a lip liner no matter what, even if we're pretty much just gonna cover this color in its entirety. I'm also actually gonna utilize this brush on the other end right now because I forgot to pack my lip detail brush. So we're probably gonna need this when we are applying the red. And speaking of the red, this is the Dior Rouge Forever liquid in the shade 999, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous red. It's very soft, soft red, and it's so easy to apply. So I'm just gonna take the brush on the lip liner and just use this to soften up the edges, because I always struggle with applying on the edges. And this does set to a really beautiful soft matte finish. So I just want to make sure I finesse the edges of the lip before it all sets. Now that the lip is applied, I'm going to take my final spritz of the Benefit Professional Spray. I'm going to do one last little touch of powder. And that is the makeup finished. I haven't decided how I want to wear my hair tonight. If I want to do my hair down or if I want to do a little half up clip moment. I haven't figured it out yet. It's kind of living a life of its own. But this is the finished makeup look. I'm going to go ahead and get dressed and we'll do the finishing touches once the outfit is on. Okay, we are dressed. We are ready to head out. I am absolutely so hungry, so ready for dinner. Okay, so my outfit for tonight, because it is a date night and we're also going to eat steak, I want it to be very, very cozy, but dressed up as well. I kind of did the idea of winter whites, but like winter creams instead. And I also grabbed my red bag to match the lip. So I've got this lovely little Academy crop turtleneck on. I've got this pleated skirt from Naked Fashion, as well as these beautiful boots, my Ray boots from Revolve. Look at this angle, incredible. I kind of decided to just tuck my hair into the turtleneck and let it be, and that's just the way it's gonna be. And my friends, I am ready to go. Thank you so much for getting ready with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. This very holiday red lip inspired makeup for date night. Dan and I are gonna go head out on the town, hopefully get some full angles of the outfit, hopefully take some very nice spicy pics, and then I'm gonna consume my body weight in steak. I hope that you all enjoyed the finished look. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you all tomorrow for a new Lanmas video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!